For me, I was thinking this doesn't make any sense that all of this is happening at once. It just felt like everything was crumbling. I don't think it was a coincidence. I think it was a wake-up call. It's like in Jerry Maguire when Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character gets sacked and the wife's like, if he's not here, none of this works. You know, like if we are not doing this together, none of this works. It all falls down. And I just remember thinking in that moment, like, we have got to figure out a way to do this that's sustainable for the long term and not allow these swings in the business or these busy seasons, as we call them, that are just actually the pace that we live at, overwhelm us.
It's time now to answer some of your business questions. The first one is about the state of small business.
There's more to life than building this business.
Now, another pinch, inflation.
Let's get to new data on small business owners' confidence in the wake of the collapse.
It is not going to strictly rise and fall on the two of you.
Small businesses are feeling the pinch when it comes to supply chain issues and the economy. And new data that focuses on how small businesses are being impacted.
Small business owners across the country say they are very concerned about the future, and that's as ongoing issues within the economy continue to impact their operations.
For some businesses, it's been devastating, perhaps even more so for small businesses.
Did you know that there are chasms that every business owner faces along their journey to freedom? And they're usually around these identities of the hustler, the entrepreneur, the CEO, and the owner. Where do you fit in here right now? At some point in life along the journey of jumping these chasms, as a business owner, you probably looked in the mirror and you asked yourself, why did I start this business? Is it worth it? Will I make it?
I think that one of the best things that happens when you decide to jump the chasm and you're ready to jump the chasm is it feels like you're starting that energy, like you're starting another company, or it feels like a new startup almost, because things are going to have to change.
And along the journey, most business owners face a constant tension between two parts of their life, the personal side and the professional. It's a constant battle, and one that actually a lot of business owners lose. Maybe you can relate.
Professionally and personally. And I think that it feels kind of like, oh, we're in this new season of growth and startup.
Is it possible to have a more whole life as a business owner who wants to create freedom and success at the same time? This movie seeks to answer that question so that you can have not only a better business, but a better life at the very same time.
But I just know that there are a lot of business owners who need an environment where they can grow as a whole person.
Meet Brian and Shannon Miles, two regular Midwest people who came from humble beginnings, married for 29 years, parents to two wonderful kids, and co-CEOs of multiple businesses. One they recently sold for over $100 million cash, without any VC funding, totally bootstrapped. They usually keep a low profile, but they have a heart for mentoring, which is why they started this nonprofit called Owner.
I've seen a lot of programs for growing your business. I've seen a lot of self-help and different, psychological methods that are helping business owners and across the board. Awesome. For us, we want to blend that and recognize the interconnectedness between, like what you were saying, who you are as a business owner and who you are as a person, and breaking that firewall down.
to ultimately address a major problem they've seen in the marketplace, which is how do you create harmony between your professional and personal life as a business owner? And because this is a nonprofit, we're not here to profit off your pain. We made this film just to help you.
You're just way more than your business. You're a father, you're a husband, you're a wife, you're a son, you're a mentor, you're a lot of things that's more than your business. And so when you start to really see that this business can be a vehicle for your future, you start making decisions that are more in line with that vision that you're aiming at versus being stuck in a decision that might just be kind of moving you lateral inside of what you're wanting to do with the company. Shannon and I are just really excited that you all are here. We've walked alongside you guys in so many cool things and opportunities that you guys have navigated and challenges. And tonight specifically is a night where we get to have a really cool conversation that will help a lot of business owners. We're on the eve of launching Owner, and I am stoked to do this with this amazing woman, but I'm excited to do this with you guys too, because your stories and what you'll tell will represent a lot of business owners in our country that will go, I see that, I identify with that, I get that, I feel that, I've had that happen to me.
Come as you are, be yourselves, have a good time, but share as much as you think will be helpful for you 10 years ago. When you were starting your businesses, when you were trying to figure it out, what do you wish you would have known that you've learned over the years, whether it's through mentoring or connecting with one another, or just the hardness of being a business owner and also caring a lot about your family and who you are as a person.
So all of these people gathered around the table are mentees of Brian and Shannon, some upwards of a decade where they've helped them grow and scale their business and life, but they're also members of the owner community whom you might actually meet someday at one of our events.
So me personally, I have had seasons in my life where even though I'm married to my business partner, I have felt like I literally couldn't come to her and share with her my personal struggles about the business or what's going on personally, because it's all intertwined. And there's going to be folks that are watching this that, you know, are waking up and they have no one to talk to. They are lonely, they're isolated, they have no mentor, they don't have a spouse that's interested, they don't have a friend that cares. And how are they supposed to go through their day and articulate what's going on in them? The pressure that a business is.
Gosh, well. Both came from really, I would say not affluent by any means. So I think we're crossing the season right now of caring for our parents. That's a whole nother conversation that I'm like, whoa, so I think it's been, I think I had this goal of like, you just keep striving, what's next? And I think in 22, we definitely took a big hit with the economy, with interest rates, and then I had to lay off 4 people unexpectedly, and I felt isolated, alone. I felt like a failure. I felt like I had people look at me like, how did you let this happen? And I'm like, who's gonna trust me anymore? And it was really embarrassing. And then looking at the rest of my team, and you're like, you want to keep going with me? Because, and then, yeah, definitely went into depression for a season. Tried to hide it from the kids.
I just wanted to say, like, I think what you said was really brave, and also, like, I think if you are a business owner watching this, it's really important to be like, oh yeah, like, maybe this is bigger than I'm disappointed with that last hire.
Yeah.
If I've been frustrated about that last situation, that last mistake for a year, it's probably a little bit more than just the circumstance from last year.
We all started our business because we fell in love with an idea. We fell in love with this concept that we thought might work and will impact our economy in a good way. Maybe we're crazy about interior design or about finance and helping people like get financed, you know, or maybe we help people have awesome trips, you know, or build beautiful things, or help them in HR, you know, like in a meaningful way or in a fractional way, or help them in a beautiful way to tell a story from a marketing standpoint. But then it just stops there because I have no one to talk to.
There's the, you know, hard business decisions, and then there's the hard business decisions that affect people that you genuinely care about. And with people who approach business like we do, where it's not just a transaction, you're not just creating a SaaS company that you're wanting to flip and sell, you're actually like caring about people, you know, about their kids. Like, those are really hard. Those were the most stressful decisions that I've ever had to make in business, were the ones that surrounded like people's lives.
I heard someone say that, you know, I think it was one night random, I was looking up burnout, you know, like what actually burnout is. Like, I thought with burnout, like, am I burned out? Like, you know, Google, tell me, am I burned out? Yeah. Tell me this is what it is. And Google said, courtesy of that burnout is an extended exposure to stress.
I think for business owners, it's not if you face a stressful time or phase or multiple, it's just when you will face those deep, deep valleys. And it's not then when you want to start searching for your community, your people. You want to have those people way before those valleys start.
Card tables, I was like, I remember all my Zoom meetings were on my ironing board with a huge pile of ironing to do because I could never get to it. But I would just like, you know, swish it over and then stand there in my master bedroom because it's the only place with, all our bedrooms were full with children. But I mean, we're only 8.5 years old, but those first few years just felt like drowning.
It was 550 days of like showing up to work to give money away. Like employees, somebody flipping burgers showed up and made even minimum wage. I'd show up and I'd lose money that day for working for 550 days.
There's some sort of wake up point for each of us. So maybe it's just that like it's a normal pursuit of that myth. And then it's a really freeing experience once you get to the top of the fault summit and realize, wait a minute, the other summit I'm supposed to be on's over there, but you climb that other summit.
You know, many business owners believe that if they just worked harder and pushed through or sold more, they'd eventually reach a point where they could step back, enjoy life, and maybe even one day sell their business for a huge payday. Unfortunately, that day usually never comes. Why? Well, because they've fallen into 3 deadly mistakes. These mistakes keep them trapped, prevent real growth, and make their business completely unsellable.
And you're going to try some things that don't work, and you're going to break some things that were sacred cows. Like, one of the things we say is no sacred cows. Like, when you get to certain places in the business and things aren't working anymore, let's just take the cows out and shoot them. And that can be re-energizing.
Yeah, and it also can be energizing to your team too, because they see you acting. So you'll be in a situation where you're like, hey, we're not going to do this anymore. We've decided that this is not something we're going to put up with, or we're going to change. And then when they see you kill the cow, basically, they get excited by that because, oh wow, our leaders, our business owners are doing something that's really proving that they want to change and to grow this business. And a lot of people that work for you, they want to see that type of action. They want to be working with you because you're a leader worth following, and a leader worth following does things like that.
Mistake number 1, the business depends on you to function, or what we call the owner reliance trap. I know this is something you've probably heard before, but we have to go for the very basics first.
You know, it sometimes seems impossible to be able to trust somebody else with the thing that you loved and created. You know, oftentimes businesses are compared to having children. And I found that analogy to be very true with our experience. It's like, yeah, you give your life and your dedication and your time and money and energy to this thing that grows, hopefully, and gets to a point where it doesn't actually need you as much anymore. And if you're doing it right and you're trying to maximize the value of your business, you don't want it to need you anymore. You want it to be that angsty 18-year-old who's ready to get out of the house.
Yep, that's right.
And so as you approach these chasms in your business, it's not just, hey, delegate. It's, why am I having a hard time delegating? What have I been told and what have I internalized that's prohibiting me from this thing that I know is essential to growth, that I know is important to work through this chasm?
So the mistake is that as the owner, maybe you're the face, the decision maker, the key operator of the business. Every problem, or almost all of them, comes down to you. Every major decision is yours. The company exists because of you, rather than independent of you.
We see that happening with a lot of business owners, and then when you try to just hold on to that thing, when you try to pretend like that high schooler is not ready to go off to college and you want to just hang on to the season, that's when the wheels really start to come off. That's when you start to lose really good people.
But the result of that is that if you ever step away, the entire thing grinds to a screeching halt. Investors, buyers, leaders, or even great talent, when they see this, they immediately walk away. And the reality is this: 80% of businesses who are listed for sale never get sold. The number one reason for this? Buyers don't want a business that falls apart when the owner leaves.
But when you think about, okay, well, how do I get past that? It's all about trust. It's all about trusting people to store the business as well as you would.
But that's only half the problem. What about your personal life? If the business is so reliant on you, it means that vacations are not happening. It means that your partnerships, marriage, children, and your health are suffering greatly because of it. So ask yourself this: if you took a 6-month vacation today, would your business still run without you? And if the answer is no, you don't own a business, you own a job.
Yeah, I mean, nothing great happens with just one person. Right. I mean, anything that you're going to have that's of value, of size for your company is going to be way more than you. And you have to acknowledge that as a business owner. You know, like, and I tell this to people all the time, is like, hey, when you go to start delegating who you are as the business owner, it's not a one-to-one. It's not like, hey, I'm going to replace myself, my whole self. You're like, no, I'm going to chop off my arm, and then that's sales, and I'm going to chop off this arm, and that's HR, and I'm going to chop off this foot, and it's finance, and you chop off pieces of you, because as a business owner, you can't replace yourself one-to-one.
Yeah. I would love to come up with like another analogy for that, the chopping off part, but I haven't found one yet. So
I just keep thinking of the Monty Python thing. It's just a flesh wound.
Mistake number 2, there's no clear exit strategy or business model designed to sell or to create freedom for you.
Yeah, this is going to be the easiest thing our team has done this whole trip.
This is what we call the built to run, not built to sell problem.
The panic that hits most business owners is because they didn't plan well. And it's been true in our case as well. Like, oh, we didn't think about that, or we didn't critically sit down and wonder about this thing. And then all of a sudden something hits you upside the head and you pay your stupid tax. And stupid tax comes in many forms. And after that, you just say, I'm never doing that again.
to be able to say, oh gosh, you were going through that too? I had no idea. I should have called you. We could have commiserated, we could have encouraged each other, but instead, it's just so isolating sometimes as a business owner that we don't think that anybody else can identify with what we're going through.
Solo decision making is one of the top reasons businesses stall out, because the owner is limited by their own blind spots.
With me at least, I've sought out mentors because I lost my dad. My dad died when I was young and he was young of cancer, and I needed men in my life that were a couple seasons ahead that could speak into me, and I gave them permission to speak into my life.
You wouldn't try to become an Olympic athlete without a coach, so why would you try to build a multi-million-dollar company without mentorship? Imagine Michael Jordan never having a coach and never playing for a team. He would have never had all those championship rings. And so many business owners are like Michael Jordan without a coach, without a team, just showing up every day, trying to win.
Isolation, it just breeds single-mindedness. It doesn't help you get further down the road.
We hope you enjoyed this brief window into the world of owner. Oftentimes, business owners, maybe like yourself, we get isolated. Either we hide the pain we're facing in our business or personal life, or we don't seek out guidance or mentorship to course correct the path. We believe that owning a business should never mean abandoning your peace, and that's why we created the Owner Course. This course is built for the owner who's tired of carrying it all alone and wants a better way forward. It's donation-based because your growth shouldn't be measured in dollars alone. So invest what you can and reclaim what matters most.